Before we start, please hear a message from International News Today Network. Starting today, for every subscriber, International News Today Network will plant one tree to save our planet. Please help contribute in saving our planet by subscribing to our channel. One subscriber equals one tree. Thanks. On day 154 of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the Russian military is still looking for that elusive breakthrough in the Donbass, while the Ukrainian forces are setting up the conditions for retaking a major city in the south. In its daily estimate of the war, the British Ministry of Defense touched briefly on the situation in the Donbass. The Russian forces haven't achieved anything significant in the Donbass since the resumption of major offensive operations almost 2 weeks ago. What gains the Russian forces have achieved are only marginal and localized. Moreover, the Kremlin continues to depend on mercenaries and private military companies for its offensive operations. This suggests that the Russian military is suffering from a serious force generation problem, and that private military companies, such as the infamous Wagner Group, which has been very active in Ukraine, are more successful in attracting recruits to fight. This could also create friction between the two parties to the overall detriment of the Russian campaign. Russian private military company Wagner has likely succeeded in making tactical advances in the Donbass around the Volhyhirsk power plant and the nearby village of Novolyohansk. Some Ukrainian forces have likely withdrawn from the area, the British military intelligence assessed. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense claimed that as of Wednesday, Ukrainian forces have killed approximately 40,070 Russian troops, and wounded approximately thrice that number, destroyed 222 fighter, attack, and transport jets, 190 attack and transport helicopters, 1,738 tanks, 883 artillery pieces, 3,971 armored personnel carriers and infantry fighting vehicles, 258 multiple launch rocket systems, MLRS, 15 boats and cutters, 2,847 vehicles and fuel tanks, 117 anti-aircraft batteries, 726 tactical unmanned aerial systems, 75 special equipment platforms, such as bridging vehicles, and 4 mobile Iskander ballistic missile systems, and 174 cruise missiles shot down by the Ukrainian air defenses. Russian casualties continue to pile up. At this rate, the Russian military is expected to have lost more than 50,000 troops killed and up to 150,000 wounded in action by the end of the summer. Taking into consideration that the Russian pre-invasion force was approximately 200,000, of which not all were frontline troops, it is evident that without some sort of partial or full mobilization, the Russian military would simply not have enough men to fight in Ukraine. The Ukrainians might be very well waiting for that moment to launch a full-scale counter-offensive in the Donbass and reclaim any lost territories. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his government have indicated as much, having gone repeatedly on the record and stating that the primary objective of the Ukrainian forces is to liberate all of Ukraine, including Crimea, which was invaded and annexed by Russian forces in 2014.